Hello, bubble blowers, and welcome to Meet the Family with me, Bailey Bubbles. Because there's always room for bubbles, darling, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink. Join me as I transform from that to this. And yes, there wasn't any bloody face tune needed. Let's get started.
Look at me, I'm a beautiful creature. I don't care about your modern time preacher.
So I've just cleaned my face and got rid of any bodily fluids from last night. Just put basically a whole bottle of primer on. So let's get started. So I've been performing in drag for about 2 years. I know, by the state of all these wrinkles and spots on my face, it looks like I've been doing it for bloody 20. I'd say my drag aesthetic is a kooky camp monster from Uranus. And I'm a kind of like a mix between that auntie that brings back like a different bloke for Christmas each year and like that gothic emo girl that has just bought her first dildo. I'm a collective mix. What can I say? I'm sweet but salty. So what you can expect from me at a drag show is filth, pure filth. Comedy. Maybe a bit of horror, maybe a bit of spooky dooky ookiness. And basically just a good time. If you haven't felt like you're doing an acid trip while you're watching me, you're not having a psychedelic experience, is it a Bailey Bubble show? So I do drag because I like the free drinks. No, the attention. No, I think the reason I do drag is because I like to make people laugh. I think that's always been a thing, and it's escapism, isn't it? Like, I've got so much more confidence when I'm Bailey Bubbles, and it just kind of allows me to be somebody that I've always wanted to be, but as Nathan, I'm just too scared to be. I've said be too many times. Take a shot every time you hear be. If you're over 18, I don't condone underage drinking. So, I was inspired to do drag because one of the first big main roles I had when I did amateur dramatics, yes, because I'm one of those, was kind of like, well, basically a drag queen, like a pantomime dame kind of thing. And it was just such a great experience, just the whole transformation. I loved it. I got a great reception. I had a fan shoved up my dress because I was overheating. My minge was hot. My pussy was on fire. No, it's just such a great experience. It was the first time as this gay boy that I ever got such a good reception from kind of the people that came and watched, which was basically my mum and dad, but nobody needs to know that. So my name comes from... Oh gosh, I've got a mind blank. Oh gosh. So my name comes from... Okay, I've got this now this time. Bailey's, because Bailey's is my mum and my favourite alcoholic beverage. And I really do look up to my mum and my dad. Just sadly, my dad's a bald egg and doesn't really drink alcohol, so I couldn't really get any inspiration from that. And Bubbles comes from kind of a mixture between the Little Britain comedy sketch, and I used to work with a disabled individual, and his favourite thing to play with was bubbles. And yeah, that sums up my drag name. Not that exciting, but still got a meaning behind it. So my first time in drag was at an amazing competition in Manchester at Bar Pop called Dragtastic. And oh my, was it the worst thing that I think was ever put on that stage? Yes it was, yes it was. I looked like a whale out of the ocean, like somebody put Shamu back in the bloody ocean. I was flopping around that stage. I think I just had this idea that drag queens need to be this athletic dancing type, the kind of shit you see on RuPaul, and that's kind of what I thought I had to do. And it was just awful. And I remember I was going to quit. I was like, I can't do this. Like, I'm just not good enough. And then on the train home from Manchester, late at night, I got this email from Miss Drag UK saying you'd been selected to be a finalist, which, well, loads of people hadn't. But anyway, it was just one of those, like, kind of, this is a sign. If there isn't angels or a guardian angel, then this is a sign. So, yeah, that's what my first time in drag was. An absolute shit show. So the Family Shambles, to me, is kind of what it says in its name, really. Like, we're just a big dysfunctional family. And I think that's the reason we created it, was we wanted this sisterhood and we wanted this kind of network within York and just be able to give other queens, kings, queer artists a platform. And yeah, we're just a ball of fun and craziness, really. Keyword being ball. Or balls. So I met Bodhi through university. She was kind of like this mother figure to me. She won't admit it because she doesn't want to be called old. But she was kind of taught me how to do makeup, how to just do drag, basically. So she's probably my oldest drag sister. Yes, oldest. And Gail, I met through a House of Dent show in York. And I remember me and Bodhi went to see her and I was just like, she looks amazing. She's such a professional. I want to be like her. I can't talk to her. I'm scared. Oh my gosh, I want to be her. And how funny the world changes, because we're now sisterhoods. Because she is ancient. She's been doing it for ages. So she's got many more years on me. But yeah, that's how I met those two. And then Ginger was amazing at the business kind of side and poster and digital creating, and she wanted to start doing drag. And we were like, come on in, yeah, come on in, the door's open, come and join our dysfunctional family of idiots. So my go-to number had to be in the past, The First Penis I Saw, because what an amazing show, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and because who doesn't love a dildo reveal?
So how could I ever forget the first penis I saw? First penis, very first penis.
But I have to say my go-to number now would be like live singing Horny If You Know It, Clap Your Hands, because during this lockdown we ain't got any action because we're bloody horny. We're bloody dripping. I'm dripping. So my favourite drag performer has to be Bitch Pudding from season 2 of Dragula. I met her at Drag World 2018 and oh, she was stunning. I looked a mess. I looked like I'd just kind of popped out of a bin, but she was beautiful. She was just so nice. Oh. But then I'd say one of my favourite makeup artists that I have to mention, like not even makeup artist, character creator, drag artist, I don't know, they're just phenomenal, is Charity Cates. Like, oh my gosh, like that artistry is insane. Like that is what I strive to be. I'll probably end up being the cheap ass version from Primark and she's like the Swarovski crystals, but oh, beautiful, stunning. It gets me going. I'm about to come.
You tell him I'm coming. Tell him I'm fucking coming.
So the first drag queen I saw, which was a Rue girl, would be Dusty Ray Bottoms and Kimchi at a Club Kids event. But the first actual kind of queen I saw, just any queen, because support your local drag, why not, would be at the House of Dent show, and that would be including Gale Force, I think. Oh, I'm not sure. Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's a bit weird, isn't it? The first actual queen I saw was Gale Force. But anyway, that's my answer. Gale Force. So my favourite part of doing drag, which doesn't include getting noshed off in a cubicle, would just have to be the entertaining part, really. I just love it. I just love people laughing. I love making people feel uncomfortable sometimes with the way I look. I just love challenging what drag is supposed to be. So my favourite part of makeup would be taking it all off. No, I do actually enjoy makeup. I think my favourite part of makeup would be doing SFX work because I just love what it creates. Or highlighter. Who doesn't like glistening for the gods?
Some people like to be glowing for the gods. I like to be glowing greater than the gods.
So I'd say my favourite moment in drag, well not favourite, it was bloody traumatising, but like my funniest moment would be when I was in London doing a gig and I was doing my number. I was surrounded by all these dancing divas and I was like, I need to step my pussy up. Like, I need to like do something extra. So I just kind of like tried to do a death drop and ended up giving myself concussion instead, which was great fun. I did manage to finish the Read You Wrote You verse, though I was assigned. Then I went downstairs and had a concussion. It was great fun. Hashtag drag. Oh gosh, what would it be? I'm a pretty cheap queen. I'm like Primark. Oh, my dreadlock wig, which was like 150 something. But don't get me wrong, it was like an amazing quality, and I live my dreadlock fantasy. So we're all winners.
What about winner, winner, chicken dinner? Yes.
So I'm just gonna put my lashes on, finish my lips, and then I'm gonna get into it. And lock your husbands away because Bailey Bubbles is coming out the closet.
Look at me, I'm a beautiful creature. I don't care about your modern time preacher.
And that's it, the fantasy complete. My signature-esque look finished. Now, hopefully you don't think I'm as much as a raging bitch as you did before you watched the video. So I've got 2 things to say, my dearies. Stay bubbly and always use a condom.